Hey, Curtis, our soil has a lot of clay in it. Does adding sand help to get it less dense, or is there something else we should add to it? I've always found adding sand a bit sketchy. There's a saying, I forget how it goes, and I forget which one it is, whether it's one of them's a no-no. It's either adding clay to sand or sand to clay. One of them's a no-no, one of them's a go. I forget which one, but I've often found, just in my, turning up hundreds of farms with all my consulting and all the farming I did here, it's just easier to put lots of compost in. It's just easier. It's less complicated. I've never really seen clay soil that was so badly clay that I was like, whoa, man, we have to really change the composition of this soil. I've never really said that. And if the composition was changing, I was changing it with leftover peat from old marijuana grow operations that I used to know. That's something I often did on my in the early urban farming days, less so in the later days, but I'd go into these plots and the soil would be like absolutely crap. The worst clay soil, basically looked like concrete before I went in there. I'd get all these big bags of old soil, and yeah, it probably wasn't the best soil. It wasn't the greatest stuff, but peat is a pretty good thing to change soil composition. And so I just tilled that in and then put in new compost on the surface of the beds, and did a really good job at changing the composition, increasing the absorption rate for water, increasing the drainage, less crusting. It did a pretty good job. So that's what I did. Adding sand, I'm not so sure.